Arktos, the actual word, is ancient Greek, and it translates to bear. I really like bears. When I got out of the Navy, I had a lot of time before I started going to school to, screw around with stuff. So one of the things I wanted to try to make was mead, because I'd never had it before. And it's not like at the time you could just go to the store and pick up a bottle of mead. At the time that I had started making mead and researching mead, ancient Greek had the oldest written history of mead making as far as I knew. So I decided to make mead. I knew the basics of fermentation. I knew that you had to have sugar and yeast to start something going, and so I replaced just regular sugar with honey and then started playing around. So I had no background on making any alcohol at the time. I bought some honey, I mixed it with water, added some yeast. It didn't turn out well, in the sense of I couldn't get the fermentation to start. I didn't know that you had to limit how much honey you put in at any moment. So it just kind of was just honey water. When I realized it wasn't fermenting, I started adding a little more water until it finally did start going off. And that first batch was actually pretty decent. It was good enough for me to want to continue doing it. It wasn't until my third batch that I made something that was really good. And I messed the recipe up, so I couldn't figure out how to make it. And my goal at that point was to keep making it until I figured out how to make that other stuff. That's kind of when I decided maybe I should try to do this as a profession, because I like it and I wanted to share what I was making with people. We started out as a production facility, so we made bottles and sold them to stores. After things started taking off a little bit, I found a loophole in a tasting room capabilities for the production area for the zoning that I was in. So I decided to start the process of opening a tasting room to expand the potential of the business. I also wanted to have an environment that was very medieval or Viking-esque, because I wanted to bring people in and make it feel like they weren't in the world that they lived in, so they can kind of get a little relief. And just socialize, talk, leave everything behind for the time that they're in there. I love it in here. It's so cozy. It feels like home. It's kind of what I dreamed of what I wanted it to look like. So from the aspect of actually drinking the beverage, I want people to be able to come in, and when they sample something or try something, even if there's one thing or two things they don't like, have the experience of what a good quality mead tastes like. And I also want them to feel like they're just not in the world. I want this to be a getaway. I want the people who come here to feel like they just walked into a hole in the time continuum or whatever, and feel like they just stepped back in time so that they can just relax, socialize, be merry, and enjoy their drinks. Oh, we want to thank everybody for the support, because especially with COVID, I don't think we would have made it this far without your support. So thank you so much. And yeah, we've all been waiting for this for so long, and couldn't have done it without you guys.